Attention gamers. Uncle Rito recently hit a soft reset on the ranked ladders, which means my flex-worthy Gold 2 rank from winning an entire 7 games I struggled to motivate myself to play in the past 6 months would be wiped away, and that would typically mean I get to experience a new clean slate of playing like 2 ranked games a month before experiencing a rage tilt AFK pissy pants lobby lever and decide I'd rather play WoW instead. But this split I vowed would be different, as I would actually try to improve at the game and actually climb for the first time in years, and the best way to start would be to hire a coach. The only problem is all the notable coaches are either half retired running marathons in Korea or trying to be more like Drake, and while there are certainly amazing coaches out there, they just aren't involved in enough petty Pokemon drama to get popular and thus are hard to find. My criteria for a good coach was simple. Someone who doesn't cost $350 an hour. Doesn't just 2020 hindsight backseat me, as I could just read my YouTube comments for that, doesn't flirt with underage girls, and makes me actually think about what I'm doing instead of just shoulder surf playing the game for me. And after many failed attempts at finding someone that fits this description, I struck gold on Tapin.gg that most importantly isn't selling my data to China but seems to span beyond just this piss-pit torture simulator of a game, while offering services that I most likely will be partaking in off-stream. But yay, this is where I found my coach, and after looking at a few resumes I figure this stud muffin looks like he could teach me a thing or two. And so I chatted him up, we hit the site Discord.
Hello.
And step 1 in my challenger climb was in effect. The dude comes in hotter than a spoon at 2013 Demi Lovato's house, ready to get down to business.
Open screen share, let's go directly to like a live game and let's see what you're cooking.
And he's telling me what I want to hear.
Get out of this misery, I would say, gold misery.
And in terms of roles, he says,
focus on something that feel very comfortable with.
So naturally I pick my worst role that I'd typically dodge if I ever get auto-filled into.
Meanwhile, we are in the queue. Let's just tell me a little bit more about your history with League of Legends. It's like this.
10 years hard stuck Goldie low with over 10,000 games non-stop, growing anger, sadness inside of me, pure frustration. I want the pain to end, please save me.
Okay.
He then quickly realizes that I'm kind of a dumbass.
Whatever you don't like to play against. Yumi, okay. I would like to suggest something on jungle.
But what I lack in game awareness, I show him I make up for in knowing the lore.
Why is he sad? What do you think I'm always sad? Do you know the lore?
Well, this chick back here gave him the clap because she whores around, but now she's with this blonde savant and his junk is itchy, but it doesn't matter because her new fiancé owns a hydration drink company named Prime.
Anyways, we get in game and I tell him I want to learn how to think for myself, and he says perfect, cause he styles his coaching like this.
So basically, I'll direct you to the right answer, I will just give you the right answer. Okay?
Which starts with,
why red start?
Because my mini-map is glowing there.
Oh, okay, so would you like to play for Darius and strong side Darius?
I tell him I want to camp bot lane so hard that the enemy ADC rage quits.
Make the pathing based on the waves, not based on the camps.
And then he wants me to be moving my camera around the map more than a young faker.
Check again. Before you start moving, you have to check again.
To identify wave state and know when I can introduce myself to these bots.
Okay, very good.
So I come in and lick the shit out of some bull with poor circulation, and then learn that it takes exactly 2 licks to get to the center of a dead support. And this results in the 4 whore laying down some pipe as well, which I would classify as a fat big dick jungle diff, but coach puts it a bit more elegant.
Perfect. So basically with this move that you made right now, you changed completely the tempo of the bot lane.
Then he continues telling me that as a jungler I should constantly be looking around, and sure enough there's some white-tailed sack of shit 15 feet from me trying to make out like a bandit, and now I get to be the band-aid that brings her down.
When you do good things in life, bro, you get rewarded, right?
And then he continues with the questions so that I have to think for myself.
What's the main goal of this game? For what lane you want to play?
To get that anorexic gun slut to uninstall.
Check the bot lane.
So a beeline to the bot lane was ordered, but I took a detour through Unwardedsville because I'm like Juicy J and chasing kills is like ratchet pussy, aka I just can't say no, but things get messy when it becomes a family ordeal, and I'm flat out uncomfortable around Wednesday Addams, so I'm stuck licking in random directions and looking like a fool.
A little bit of mechanical error there. Okay, what did you do wrong in the base? Could have done something different in the base.
Flame the fuck out of my mid laner for not chasing with me.
That will be something that we do later on if you make the mistake twice, okay?
Anyways, better late than never. Their Jinx still had less vision than a young Rosie O'Donnell, so I head down, give her a gauze grab and a headbutt for another free kill before he starts making me think instead of my typical autopilot gameplay.
Because what you want to do next? What's the next goal?
Impersonate Kendrick and try to destroy a Drake?
Exactly. Why you gold, bro? You are way better. You are way better than this. Why?
But props to him for helping me stick to my game plan.
Look what's happening on bot lane. Again.
So I'm down like a clown to cry a bit more on this right clicker, and I just know this coach has experienced the ADC life before because he was way too happy to show me how to properly camp.
Being your laner, I'll show you something. Being your laner, they're gonna come again. Tell him on chat, don't push.
And sure enough, that anorexic gun slut is more out of position than a pork chop at a bar mitzvah, so she gets the sobbing headbutt, and then I see autopilot Adams coming down, so I hit a lick from downtown Disney to secure that 1-2.
Amazing job, let's go.
Before channeling my inner challenger and setting up the dive of all dives on Bobby the Bull, while thinking to myself that I might just be the best solo queue teammate in the world. Anyways, it seems that everyone else has caught on to the pattern that bot laner kills are easier to get than a top tier coach from tappin' #GetThatBagRap, but speaking of which, he informs me that this emotionally petty playstyle won't always work.
Wait, like in today's situation, is it like in different games, bro, this is not always good, okay? Because like ganking like this, because you are wasting all the farm on top lane, okay? But since everything here is free and it's working, you know, we can keep doing the same thing.
But in the midst of that lecture, he said,
Dragon is coming up, so we're gonna head for the dragon too.
To which I did this. So then naturally this happened. And I had to take all my anger out on the rest of the team by single-handedly smurfing on the whole lobby with absolutely no help from anyone on my team.
Your team is smurfing a little bit, very good.
But in the midst of me thinking I'm hard carrying the game, he is sprinkling in small tips that as a 10-year veteran I should know.
I suggest your minimap to build the picker, by the way.
And with that single revelation, I think I've discovered the only reason I've been hard stuck for all this time is having that big ass mini map was a surefire way to see where all the little beanie babies would be coming from, so that I could give them the reach arounds over walls, securing big kills and locking down little grandma rabbits that hop over.
You are so good, bro. During this session, this is for learning purposes, okay?
Yeah, I'm learning that the sweet sound of your voice makes me a moist little band-aid.
Yeah, like, okay, thank you, I would say thank you.
But then he continues questioning any decisions I make on autopilot.
I open tab a little bit, open tab, let's just analyze them. They have critical, right? They are 2 main damage. Like, don't you think that Randuin Omen would be a better solution?
And I guess actually thinking about the actions you are doing in League instead of rage tilting and turning your brain off results in some fat, easy, cheesy, beautiful cover girl amounts of LP. But then I figured, while I had this super analytical Mr. Make Me Think for myself type of hunky-dory at my exposure, I would ask him to teach me lane management, because if you recall, in a previous video I mentioned I had a freeze only to learn from my comment section that in reality I'm actually a total dumbass. So he takes me into a custom game, you know, a cute one-on-one intimate setting, and asks me one question.
What if I stop the wave? What if I stop your wave here and I leave? What's gonna happen?
To which I say something along the lines of the wave will just stay there forever until I get 4-man ganked because 2 of my teammates are AFK and the other 2 are raging at me, and then I lose the game along with my family and friends because I am addicted to this bullshit.
That's completely wrong. You failed the question number 1, yes. So, come to my stream, please. Just like leave the game.
So the one question test I took was a fat fail, and he had to take me to the school board to get mathematical as fuck with me.
We call it this X and we call it this Epsilon, okay?
And after an actually super informative session that changed the entire way I think about waves, I think it was safe to say I was enlightened.
The same for this tower too, right? What do you notice here?
A giant ass banana.
That's the funniest answer. That's the funniest answer I've ever heard. You know, like respect. You got my respect already.
And because the dude cares, he comped me a free game to put what I learned to use, and it went like this.
What's that? Fast. Just go. You can kill her. Ulti. No, E. He's not mana for ulti. Ulti, fast. She's trying to mess with it. If you back right now, it will be a very bad back, because like you'll get plates, a lot of plates. Okay, next Aldine, we kill her. Okay, go kill her. E, you have ignite, don't forget. Wait, auto ulti. He's dead. Okay. Now ignore him and get the tower. Just ignore, get the tower, ignore. Good. Go to the enemy, all the enemy. Oh, you win, you are so strong. Look, okay, surrender. Just look what will happen to this tower, look at the towers. GG.
So with a bunch of sponsored singles stuffed into my bra, I just wanna say try tappin.gg at the start of this season to get the best non-scam coaching on the market, and if you use code 50RAV you'll get 50% off your first order today. Soon to be Diamond Rav out.